Man, what's going on, everybody? It's Elite Precision here, and I'm pretty excited because we got some pretty big news regarding IndyCar not too long ago, and that's IndyCar games on consoles is back, coming in 2023. As you can see on screen, Motorsports Games have acquired the official license to develop IndyCar games on consoles. This is huge news regarding IndyCar and Motorsports Games, and I'm gonna get into that in a little bit, but it's been well over a decade since we last seen an IndyCar game on consoles, and that was IndyCar 2005. So, and that released in 2004. So, it's been a long time coming. And what's funny is that about a year and a half ago, I made a video talking about how we need IndyCar games on consoles again. And in that video, I narrowed down between two developers that could possibly make IndyCar games on consoles, and that was Motorsports Games and Codemasters. I came to the conclusion that Motorsports Games will most likely be the guys that will develop IndyCar games for consoles, and here we are a year and a half later with this announcement. So really excited about this, and I guess you could say that I predicted right. But yeah, I'm going to explain why this is important for Motorsports Games, and then I'm going to explain later why this is important for IndyCar. Now, when it comes to Motorsports Games, they're not really established yet. They haven't released anything. Their first project is going to be NASCAR 21 coming later this year. And the thing about Motorsports Games is that even though they haven't released nothing, they have been making some great moves within the past year. They got the resources, they got the money, the team, just everything that they need to create top-notch quality games. And this move right here is another great move by Motorsports Games. They have no excuses, man. They got the Unreal Engine. They have acquired Studio 397. The guys that make Art Factor 2. They got a big team. They got, they have acquired guys from they got guys from Codemasters and EA. Just great people that's working on these games. So it's really no excuses. So if NASCAR 21 turns out to be a really good game, then that gives me hope that these other projects that they got in the pipeline, like BTCC Touring Car and IndyCar, for example, will be top-notch quality games as well. I think them acquiring all these licenses and stuff, I think it just shows that they're really serious about this. They're not messing around. They're really trying to create top-notch quality racing games. And if that's the case, I think we got a pretty bright future when it comes to NASCAR games, IndyCar games, BTCC Touring Car games, supposedly all Le Mans games coming out on consoles. So seem like racing games have a pretty bright future when it comes to Motorsports Games. So I have some hope when it comes to this team. They're giving me hope. Like I said, they're saying the right things, they're making the right moves, and then when you make moves like this, it just makes me feel better about this team going forward. And Motorsports Games, they know they got a lot of pressure on them. They talked about this in the IGN article not too long ago when they was talking about NASCAR 21. They know they got pressure. NASCAR 21 is going to be the first game that's going to showcase what they can do. Like, if that game is top notch, then that makes me really feel good about this upcoming IndyCar game. So they know they got pressure on them, and I think they doing everything in their power to make sure that NASCAR 21 is going to be a quality game. I will hope. Now, I want to talk about why this is great news for IndyCar as well. Now, IndyCar is on the uprise. It's really on the uprise. When it came to this past year's Mid-Ohio race, that race had the highest views outside of the Indianapolis 500. That was the highest viewed race since 2017. Outside of the Indianapolis 500, that was the most viewed race. So IndyCar is definitely on the uprise. It has a good mix of veterans and rookies. You got guys like Scott Dixon, Joseph Newgarden, Simon Pagenaud, Will Power, and then you got some talented young guys like Alex Palou, Pato O'Ward, Colton Herta, Arenas VK. Really talented young guns as well. So it's a good mixture of veterans and young guns. So IndyCar, the future is bright for IndyCar. And then you got this game coming in 2023, and what this can possibly end up doing is that it can end up getting younger kids into IndyCar, because that's how it started for me, and not just me but a lot of other people. But when it comes to NASCAR, my first NASCAR game was NASCAR 2001, and it was based off of the 2000 season, and I wasn't even watching NASCAR yet. I just was playing the NASCAR game, and then eventually I sat down in front of the TV and actually watched NASCAR because the game got me into the sport. And that's what it could possibly do for a lot of younger kids out there, which could grow IndyCar audience even more. Not just little kids, but people may be scrolling down on the Xbox store or the PlayStation store, and they might run into IndyCar. They may mess around and download it, and next thing you know, they might, as long as the game is good and it's it represents IndyCar, I think people might actually be like, hey, let me actually give this a chance and sit down and watch it, and then next thing you know, you're growing your audience. So definitely a positive. A video game, as crazy as it sounds, it can definitely end up making IndyCar even more popular. Now, IndyCar has been represented in other games like Project Cars and Forza, for example, but like I said before, this is an officially licensed IndyCar game, so you're going to have all the IndyCar rules and regulations and all the official drivers, paint schemes, sponsors, and etc. So that's really exciting. I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most, as long as they make everything accurate when it comes to the Indianapolis qualifying, and y'all know how intense that is, bump day. That's gonna be, especially in career mode, that's gonna be fun experiencing bump day in the IndyCar games. Like I said, y'all know how intense that is in real life. Like this past year, Will Power, he almost missed the Indianapolis 500. So being able to experience that in the game and just trying to make sure that you make the Indianapolis 500, it's really going to be exciting. I can't wait to experience something like that. But yeah, man, I just want to report on that and just give my thoughts about this news that came out a couple of days ago. I'm really excited for this. I can't wait. It's going to be a long wait. Like I said, this is coming in 2023, so still a long way to go. Hopefully Motorsports Games can end up making a top-notch, not only NASCAR game, but just motorsports games in general, like BTC Touring Car, the Le Mans game, IndyCar, and especially NASCAR. NASCAR 21 is coming. And speaking of NASCAR 21, whenever news come out about that, I'm talking about like bigger news, like gameplay trailer or anything like that, I'll make a video about that and give my thoughts. Especially when they start talking about features and all that other stuff, I'll definitely have a video about that. So gonna end it off with that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna head up out of here. Y'all have a good one. Peace.